I went from 0 to 2,700 in sales in 7 days Shopify dropshipping with a brand new product on a brand new store. And I want to show you how I did it. Now, before I get into the sales numbers here, because this is all in USD, this whole store is in USD. Now, I just want to let you know, there's a reason I stopped selling this product. And because all of this revenue, and I hate to say this, it hurts to say, but basically all of this revenue is only break even. So I basically made no profit out of this, okay? Now, this might be a bit of a downer, okay? I know you want to come here and see a lot of profit, but I want to talk about the lessons that I learned and how this can help you out, why I stopped selling this product, and some really key things to take out of this, okay? But first, I want to talk a little bit about my sales. I want to show you the ad account as well. I'm not going to reveal the product just yet because I'm not sure if this is going to be a winner in the future, okay? But it's not a winner right now, and I want to talk about why. So I want to talk about when I started this store, okay? So this, what we're looking at right here is August 17th to August 23rd, okay? And like I said, this is all in USD, so it ended up being around about 2,700 if you convert it, AUD in sales, which is really, really good, okay? And obviously, like I said, it's not profit, but we'll dive into why, and we'll dive in why I decided to run this product and why I decided to ultimately stop it. Now, the way I found this product was through a program called Afterlib. It's a great tool to use to find ads that are running on Facebook and Instagram, for Shopify stores, and how to find ones that are working really, really well, and to actually see the sales. And I'm not going to go fully in depth on how to do this through Afterlib, exactly how I found the product. If you're after something more in depth, please let me know. I'll make another video on that. But this is a program I use to actually find the product, but to actually see the sales of the store, I use Shop Hunter, okay? And this is just a different graph. This isn't the exact graph of the product that I was looking to sell, okay? But this basically shows sales data for particular stores. Now, we'll show sales data for stores that you are looking at, and it's a really, really good tool. I've been using it for the past 3 to 4 months now. It's been one of the most helpful tools for me to find products that I can actually test, I can sell, right? And just for instance, if we go back here, I'll have to block out some of this, but let's just say if we're looking at particular products to sell and we see graphs like this, okay? We see, this is all in USD, by the way. If you find a product that is basically started here and then you're up at this point and they're up at like 7K, per day, because this is daily revenue, right? 10K day, 8K day, 10K day, right? Like that. But if you find a graph that's on a rising chart like this, it's a good indication to go for it. Now, this one I wouldn't go for anymore because these guys are in a stable chart of like around 7 to 8K each day, and they would have already, be winning the majority of bids through Facebook, right? But that's just how I found the product, and how I basically decided I should test it, because it was basically like a rising chart, or this one was more stable for this particular product that I was selling, right? But I thought to myself, okay, let's just test it out. Now, in hindsight, these guys were doing too much in revenue, and me trying to sell the exact same product with similar ads just wouldn't work. They just have won the bid already, right? So let's just go back to our store. Now, I want to go to the first day. And the first day, we made $232 USD in sales. Now, we'll go to our ads manager. So on this day, the very first day that we started running ads, okay, this was our testing campaign. We spent $100 and we got 4 purchases, okay? So this is in AUD, 101 AUD spent. So the ad account that I have is in AUD, the store is in USD. Okay, so $101 spent, and we got 282 back. So that was a ROAS of a return on ad spend of 2.78. So I thought to myself, okay, this looks really promising, okay? And then if we go into the actual testing campaign that we had, okay, again, I'll have to block out some of these, but we see here that one particular interest got, so this is my testing strategy, right? Basically, I test out 10 different ad sets, and each ad set has a different interest in it. So I was running 10 interests at $10 a day, so that's $100 a day, right? So out of all these interests, out of these 10 interests, there was one interest that got 2 purchases, okay? So in my mind, I think, okay, there's buying intent, right? Looking back in hindsight, I should have really left it to see if it got 3 purchases, because 2 purchases is sort of a little bit risky. And unless it had more buying intent, so unless there was a lot of add to carts, like there was only 3 initiated checkouts, right? So that, to me, in my opinion, because I've done this testing process quite a few times now, quite a lot of times actually, 2 purchases I don't think is enough. It's still a little bit risky. But I just thought to myself, okay, I got a over 2 ROAS, right? So it was a 2.78 ROAS, almost a 3 ROAS. I thought, let's go ahead and try and test it out. So let's see what we did on the second day. Okay, so we go to August 18th. Okay, so August 18th, basically what I ended up doing was turning this particular interest into a CBO. So it means I copied the interest 3 times, put it into its own campaign, and spent $100 on that. Now, the only thing is with this is that it didn't end up getting any sales on the first day. And our testing campaign only got 1 sale, okay? So we ended up spending $194, for our budget, right? And if we go to the 18th, we only ended up getting 2 sales. Okay, so it says 1 sale here, but it's 2 sales. So it's not a 0.36 ROAS, it's a bit higher than that, but we're still unprofitable. Okay, so we want to go to August 19th, right? So August 19th, we got 279 in sales, so 279 USD in sales. Okay, so we ended up getting 4 orders. Now, this one person ended up buying 3 of them because I had a bundle package option that you could go for, and there was a discount. So I think this person bought 3 of them, right? So if we go to August 19th, now this is the first mistake, and this is something that I just want to reiterate to you guys just so you can learn from my mistake. So what I ended up doing was, instead of just leaving the budget as is, I must have seen we had another interest here that was doing well in the testing campaign. So I thought to myself, okay, let's turn that into a CBO as well. And what I was trying to do was force it. So the day before wasn't profitable, but I ended up throwing more money at Facebook saying, here you go. This interest did really well. So let's turn it into a CBO. Now, as you can see here, this particular CBO actually ended up doing over 2 ROAS, almost 2.5 ROAS. But the only reason being is because that person ended up buying 3 of them. Okay, so that's not reliable enough. 2 purchases is basically, I think for this particular product it was only around like break even, right? So, and then the other ones did horrible. I'm not too mad about the testing campaign not doing well, but when you're looking to scale with these CBOs that I have here, you need them to be profitable, otherwise you can't scale. Okay, so I ended up spending about $300 on that day and getting back $438 in sales. So it was basically, this was about break even, because my break even ROAS on this product was about 1.4, right? So this is just over break even. Okay, so we're a tiny bit profitable, so it wasn't too bad. Okay, so we'll go to August 20th and we'll see what we did on that day. So August 20th, I ended up upping the budgets again. So $411 ended up, and it says here we got 6 purchases, but we'll have a look on our Shopify and we'll see what happened on the 20th. So on the 20th, we ended up getting 7 purchases. Okay, so it didn't count in a couple. It just said we only got 6 on our ads manager. We ended up getting $418.11 in sales USD. Okay, so that was quite a good day. I think this may have been our biggest day. But if we go to how much we spent $411 and we ended up getting back $585. Okay, so this was again around about break even. So what I am looking for in this is that we should be having at least a few more sales, or I would be happy with double the amount of sales, because that means that we'd be getting like 2 ROAS, right? We'd be getting over 2 ROAS, which would be super profitable. But with these here, we look at the campaign. So we have our testing campaign here, which only got 1 sale. We got our second. Well, here's our first CBO that we made. This is our first interest that we were scaling. Did 1.9 ROAS, which was good. Okay, that was pretty good. Our new one, we ended up upping the budget. So we doubled the budget of the one that did well yesterday or the day before. So instead of being $100 a day, we upped it to $200. And then that ended up only doing 1.3. So that was unprofitable. So these 2 here were unprofitable. So this is basically profitable, but the other 2 brought it down to about break even. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. So we'll go to the next day. Okay, and this is almost, again, we basically stopped running this on around the 22nd. Tried to run it for a little bit longer, but this was sort of like the best days before it started going downhill, right? So 21st. So we ended up upping the budget again. Okay, so we upped the budget on the one that did well, and we kept the one that didn't do well the same. So the CBO, we upped the budget, but this day did pretty bad, well, very, very bad. So we ended up spending $500 that day, $522, and we only got $473. So that was severely unprofitable. Okay, so again, we'll go back to August 21st and we'll see what we did in sales. So 308. So we spent more, but we got less. Okay, so here's the thing with this is that yes, you can sometimes scale too quick depending on what you're doing, but I don't think this is scaling too quick. I'll talk about why I think it was unprofitable in the end, right? But what I ended up doing was I scaled this interest and then ended up not doing well. Okay, so what I should have done, and we'll see if I did this, is the next day is just to leave it. So if we leave it for the 22nd here, so we spent another $500 and we got back 1.07. Okay, and we'll verify this. So 513 spent, we got back 548. So it was a little bit better than the day before, but still unprofitable. And this is the point that I'm thinking to myself, okay, what is going wrong with this? And I was thinking of the scaling strategy. I was thinking, is the website wrong? Is it the price? Is it the checkout? Okay, and I was thinking all of these different things as to why it wasn't working. So again, if we go back to the 22nd, this is the last day before, again, it started to sort of decline, but these are the days that I wanted to show you. Okay, so even though I was doing, okay revenue, the store had only been open like 5 days, 6 days, right? It was unprofitable. So then we actually had one more day, I think, that I tested this product. Now, I don't remember if I actually tested this in just Australia, because I remember in all of these campaigns, Australia was the only profitable country. So I thought, why don't I just launch it in just Australia and see how we go? And it ended up being unprofitable. Okay, so we spent, now I'm not sure if these are tracking the purchases right, but if we go to August 23rd, I think it is tracking them right. Yeah, we got two orders. Okay, it says one here, but we got 2 orders. Okay, so we ended up spending $229 and we only got back $156. So very, very bad, not good at all. Okay, so the ROAS on both of these were still unprofitable. Okay, so it's basically the trend was it was doing really well, and then we started scaling and wasn't doing well at all. So if we look at this here, these are good numbers, right? These are good numbers for a new store, but we want to talk about why it was only break even and why we didn't end up profiting. And like I was saying, I was thinking about whether it was the offer that I had, the price that it was at, the ads, the scaling strategy. It wasn't any of those. Okay, it wasn't the scaling methods. It wasn't the ads. Everything was fine. My store was looking great. It wasn't the store, right? It was the product. Okay, and this is what I've found, and I've scaled stores myself to at least about 2K per day, right, in revenue. I've scaled stores to like 1,500 to 2 grand in profit a week. Now, these aren't like the biggest numbers. I know people smash that daily, right? These days, there's so many people that are doing really, really big numbers dropshipping. But I want to talk about a lesson, that I've learned with this and with other products as well, because I've scaled products before and I've done well with dropshipping. I made good money with dropshipping before, but here's the problem, right? First off, it doesn't matter how good you are. There's still going to be foul products, right? But the reason why this didn't work is because I was trying to force a product that just wasn't a good enough product. Even though it was a product that was good and it was a product that helps people, solves a problem, right? Even though, again, in these days, you don't even have to have a product that solves a problem. That's not like a necessity. Okay, I used to think it was, but it's not. But the main thing is that if you have a winner product, like a clear winner product, all of the other stuff doesn't matter. Like, you could have a worse scaling strategy and still scale it to the moon and still be super, super profitable, right? If you have a good product, a really good product, a winner product, like a real true winner product, it'll just scale, okay? I've seen especially numbers of people who have scaled products in the last like 7 days, right? They've scaled products from like 0 to 10K per day in like 5 to 6 days, right? And it's been profitable the entire time. And the reason being is because it's a winner product, okay? I don't actually know what the product was. Otherwise, I'd be selling it myself, right? But that's the lesson that I want to talk about here, is that if you think that, if you have a good scaling strategy, if you know how to build your store out, if you know the ins and outs of everything else, but you're testing products and it's not working, it's the product, okay? Don't second guess yourself. I've been second guessing myself, especially these last couple of weeks, because I've had products that have gone on a similar trend. But all you're looking for is that winner product. Once I find that winner product, I'm going to scale it to the moon. Okay, so I'm going to keep updating you guys, because my goal with this is to have a really high scaled store, and I'm talking about like 10 to 20K days, which I will get. Okay, I will get it. And I just got to keep trying. Even though we're in the depths right now and we're making good sales numbers, but it's not profitable, it makes you sort of think to yourself, okay, what's not working? And at the end of the day, it's just the product. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about this and just show you the ins and outs of a store like this. Like I said, it was a brand new product, and the way I run my stores now is I just have a sort of general name store. It's not like a general store where I'm selling multiple products. It's just a general sort of store name, and I test products on that store. So if one doesn't work, I cut it, try another one. And that saves me having to rename the store, redo the logo, redo the website name, the URL, buy new domain names and everything like that. Just makes it a lot easier to test products. I'm at the point now where I can test products. I can create a product page, import the reviews, do everything, the whole product page in 2 to maybe 3 hours, and then the ads are basically up and running and ready to go for that next day. And that's how lean it should be, the whole operation, right? So if you do have any other questions about this, please comment down below. I'll be more than happy to help. And like I said, if you want a more in-depth video of how I do my product research, please let me know in the comments down below. I know it's been a while, okay? I know it's been quite a while since I posted a video, but I've been in the lab, I've been grinding, and my goal is to really become a next level dropshipper, okay? A next level dropshipper. I mean to the point where I am making money that I didn't think could be possible with dropshipping, because I've seen it with multiple sellers, and I know I'm just basically like one super good product away from being to go to that next level. And like I said, I've scaled stores in the past, but it just takes that one super good product. I have scaled good products in the past, but I mean like a true clear winner. I'm talking about like at least 10 to 20k days, and that's where you make the next level money. So that's the goal for me. That's why I've been away for quite some time. I've been learning a lot about dropshipping. I've spent a lot of money on dropshipping, testing products especially the past 2 to 3 months. But I'll be updating you guys from now on when I do have some good stuff to show, and I'll be showing a lot more content. Okay, so I know it's been a while, but if you stuck around and you keep watching my videos, I really appreciate it. But there's a lot more dropshipping stuff to come. Apart from that, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.